A new season is starting today. And what will you do? Will you push yourself harder when the moment is there? How do you impact your team? What is your outlook? Are you a lightning rod, a maverick, a captain, or the team's heart and soul? What type of player will you become? Are you a pure power player, a small ball, a rock steady, or a Mr. Utility type of guy? Perhaps you're that rare but raw combination of speed and power, known as the anomaly. Do you have the arm of the gods, the painterly control of the
Here in Phoenix, the roof is closed and the AC is pumping. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the New York Yankees and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next. Zack Greinke is on the mound for the Diamondbacks. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Zack Greinke, one of the most complete pitchers in the game of baseball. 4-pitch mix. I don't think anybody commands the fastball as well as Zack Greinke. Up, down, in and out. He can dot the fastball. Good curveball, good change. Has the slider that he'll throw to both righties and lefties. If Zack Greinke brings his A game, he can shut anybody down.
Digging in, Aaron Judge. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. First delivery to him on the way. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
The windup and the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Well, I'm surprised by the pitcher right there going to the well for a second straight fastball. He had to feel that that hitter was on the previous pitch.
Giancarlo Stanton now as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Career line against Greinke. He's got 3 base hits in 18 at-bats. He's taken him deep once. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Giancarlo swings, and this ball is hit well into left field. And gone up into the second deck. A long 2-run homer off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton. And this is now a 2-0 lead for the Yankees.
I'm excited to check the home run numbers that come out on ShowTrack because that was just one of the most impressive launches we've seen in a good while. And as the numbers come in, that ball was projected to have carried over 460 feet. An amazing show of strength.
Batting third.
In now, Gary Sanchez.
Gary Sanchez.
Swing, and this is also hit well out to deep center. He gets under it and makes the catch in the deep part of the field. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. What's going to be the key for him today, Mark?
Well, Matty, you walk into this yard today and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that can work against you at times. You have to stay within yourself. You can't just be turning and burning on everything. Stay within the game plan and know that a mistake doubles leaving this yard.
Here comes the first pitch. To short. Ahmed fields it cleanly. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Batting fifth. The pitcher.
Stepping in, Chad Green. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat. Line drive to left. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on.
Well, you never want to give up a hit to an opposing pitcher, but when you give one up to an AL pitcher, it's downright annoying. Can't let it get to you, though.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Souza on the move. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. At the plate,
Marte. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Diamondback center fielder with a friendly 2-0 count. Slider gets the outside. That's a strike.
That's a nasty pitch right there. You got to tip your hat as the hitter. You get a nasty slider like that, there's nothing you can do. Actually, a quality take.
3 balls, 1 strike to Ketel Marte.
Now this is a leadoff at bat. Great patience, and he's just waiting for that pitch. That's too good to pass up.
And it's fouled away. Popped him up. Andujar in foul ground, and no one will track it down.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
And that misses for ball 4. So an early base runner in the bottom half as they're trying to get one or both of those runs right back.
Third baseman, Eduardo.
Now a throw over to first, and he's back easily. First offering on its way. And that's taken high and outside for ball 1. In his career versus this pitcher, he's 1 for 2. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. LeMahieu waits on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And now here's a look at the Diamondbacks starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matty, I'm excited to watch David Peralta play. This guy was one of 3 Silver Sluggers in the National League for outfielders. He can flat out rake. You get in that category, only 3 guys of all the outfielders in that league, that's pretty impressive.
A count of 1 ball, 1 strike to David Peralta. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Earl Hendricks.
Hey, D-Row, Earl Hendricks, he's not a guy that gets a lot of complaints by either players or pitchers. He's a pretty good umpire.
Yeah, Dan, Earl's got a great track record in his sport. He's pretty consistent, and overall, he's been a fair umpire.
Right side, but it's well foul. Marte, base runner at first with 1 out. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. So a runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning, and that'll bring up the outfielder Steven Souza Jr. Low for ball 1. That misses 2-0.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Gardner will reach out with 1 hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. They're down 2-0. Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. Now time is barked out by the home plate umpire. Here's the first pitch now from Greinke. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Peralta's under it. 1 out.
Okay, here's how the Snakes are lining up defensively. And let's focus our attention on shortstop Nick Ahmed. Defense is this guy's calling card. One of the slickest defenders in our game. Super sure-handed and doesn't get enough love on the defensive side of the ball.
And he'll step on first himself for the out. So striding forward now, Miguel Andujar.
Miguel Andujar.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Marte ranging back on the warning track. He makes the catch. So the Yanks go 1-2-3 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Now at the plate, Jake Lamb. His career numbers in this matchup, he's a perfect 3 for 3. He also has 1 home run. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see 2 different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different types of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
Torres is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. So coming to the plate, Nick Ahmed, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all away, and he was going to zone him up.
Called strike 0-2.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Diamondbacks down in order. They trail things here 2-0. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up the former American League Rookie of the Year, Big Aaron Judge.
One of the keys to securing a win.
And now, meanwhile, here's a ball headed out toward deep left center field, and this is going to clear the wall, a home run. A solo home run there for Aaron Judge as the Yankees move out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, in just a little more than 2 innings of work, he's given up 2 homers. Could be just one of those games for him. We'll see how much rope they give him. It's definitely getting shorter at the moment.
Stepping in now, Giancarlo Stanton. Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. We've seen these guys go deep 3 times so far in this one, guys.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dan. Let's see if this trend continues.
No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. Hard hit ball to short. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Next for the Yankees.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. Pitch on the way. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lifted in the air to center field. Marte is camped under this one. And that's out number 2.
Now batting.
Stepping up now, Chad Green. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. 2 out, nobody on. Sent on the ground out to second. Taken in by Flores. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. A couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard.
Leading up for the Diamondbacks.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Fouled away.
The 1-2 is at the knees and called strike 3.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're
Batting
trying
ninth,
for a swing and miss
the
when you throw
catcher,
that pitch in a
Alex
2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't
Avila.
looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
One gone in the Arizona third, and the next to bat will be the left-handed hitting catcher Alex Avila. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Tight break with the slider there, catches the inside for a strike. Line drive to left. And the Diamondbacks have their first hit of the game.
Boy, that's something you see often in batting practice. Guys using the
batting,
whole field there,
the
D-Row.
center fielder,
I like to see that. A lefty that's just not always pull happy.
100%, Dan. The pitchers have gotten so much nastier in today's game that if you're not willing to play with the entire field, you're going to struggle.
Third. Torres at the bag. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Digging in now for the Yankees, DJ LeMahieu. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Oh, he has him looking silly here. It's 0-2.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
This is on the ground over to first. Lamb is up with it, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting.
Stepping into the box, Troy Tulowitzki. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. 0-1, here it comes. Line drive to left. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. The relay, and he's going to make it there, barely, as he's into second base with a double.
And they've had some good at-bats against him all game long. It seems like it's just been hard hit after hard hit. As we take a look at his line here, the numbers do not lie. This has not been one of his better outings, and he'd be the first to tell you that.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line towards center field. Marte is there. 2 gone.
Now batting. Third baseman, Miguel.
Here's Miguel Andujar now. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Here's the first pitch now from Greinke. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
You know, we saw these guys around the cage during batting practice, and they told us they were going to be aggressive. I think this is getting a little ridiculous. They better watch themselves. If they don't start putting balls in gaps, this guy's going to find himself in the 8th inning cruising.
And another foul ball. The next 0-2. Now that's popped up. And Avila will make the catch, and the side is retired. Now at the plate, Eduardo Escobar. He set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on. But you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double. So striding in, David Peralta. Runner in scoring position here already following the ground rule double. And the runner back easily. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. Spin and a throw back to second, and the runner back in standing. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. Escobar leads off second with nobody out. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Hit sharply on the ground. Andujar fields it cleanly. And after that head scratcher, everybody's going to be safe. So you can mark that one down as an E5, and I bet he'd like to have that one over. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a changeup here to start things out, but that'll dip a bit too low, and it's 1-0.
This is absolutely a huge spot right here. They have to find a way to get something out of this half inning. I don't care if it's 1 run or 2 runs. You have to find a way to at least give yourself a little shot of confidence that you can get back into this one.
2-1. Drilled to the left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. In with it is Stanton, and that's going to hold that runner at third base.
Hey, if this pitcher's going to live in the outer half of the plate, then you're going to have to dive out there and get it. That's exactly what he did. Hey, that's a heck of a job right there, going the other way after seeing 3 pitches on the outer half.
Into the box now, Wilmer Flores. He popped out in his first trip. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. And a strike 3 called. My gracious, what a pitch with the bases loaded, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 13. Good job.
Up next for Arizona, Nick Ahmed. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little...
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the... Here's big Aaron Judge. He went deep last time up.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
But this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out.
Now batting.
Standing in, Giancarlo Stanton. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at-bat is second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
And despite the great effort, no throw from the second baseman, and that ought to be an infield single. Now the Diamondback skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to spell the end of the afternoon for Zack Greinke. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Flip of his glove for 1. On to first, and talk about doing the job. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Torey Lovello about the Diamondbacks' offensive production. And flat out, he told me they just need to put better swings on the ball right now. They're struggling to drive the baseball into the gaps right now, as only one of their hits has been for extra bases. That makes it pretty tough to generate runs, but he said it's up to everyone in the lineup to make the necessary adjustments. It hasn't gone their way to this point, but that shouldn't mean they can't put together some great swings the rest of the way.
Thank you, Heidi. A ball and 2 strikes now. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
No balls and a strike to count. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Grounded weakly toward third. Andujar brings it in. And a close play at first, but he's called out on the side. As T.J. McFarland takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 30.
Ready once again, Torres. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit on the ground to short. There is Ahmed. On to first, and the throw goes right by him.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
The pitcher.
Stepping up to the plate, Chad Green. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. 0-1 the count. 0-1, here's the pitch. Line toward right center. But this will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out. At the plate, DJ LeMahieu 0-for-2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line to the right side, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
Now batting.
2 away now in the Yankees 6th. And now it'll be the shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki. Torres is off at first with 2 away. Liner towards second. Well, this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. 1. Eduardo Escobar standing in, and at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
Now batting. The left fielder.
Coming to the plate now, David Peralta. No hits to this point. This is line to left. But coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the first out. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Now batting.
Standing in, Steven Souza. An error allowed him to reach base in his last appearance. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2. No runs, 4 hits, and 1 error in the ball game for Arizona. 2-1 now to Steven Souza. 3-1 now as that misses down and in.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch. It hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitch.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Judge going back on it. Gone!
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
And that's in there. Base hit. Into the box now, Nick Ahmed. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm a bit surprised to see the bullpen inactive right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, Matt. Even though he's pitching okay, I do think you have to look at what he's given you and realize he's probably approaching the end of his rope pretty soon. Last thing you want is for things to start to unravel and not have a guy ready that you can turn to.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. 2 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Arizona. Popped him up. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. But now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Yohan Lopez is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Number 15.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And a good effort to bring it back in quickly, but he's in at second base with a double.
Now batting.
So stepping in, Miguel Andujar. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Runner goes for third. And the runner back. First offering on its way. This one skied out toward right. Souza is under it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And he might have thought about it at third, but with 1 away, decides not to risk it. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Aaron Judge. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Marte going back on it and off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive shot to dead center field. All rise, Aaron Judge, a 2-run shot. His second home run of the game as they open it up to 6-2 now. Giancarlo Stanton will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game as he was off to a fast start indeed. Throw gets him 2 down.
Now batting.
So digging in now, Gary Sanchez. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. And this will get to the wall out near the pool area. The relay. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Now batting.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by no matter what. Work the count, make the pitcher waste a few pitches, but when he serves up a fastball like this on the first pitch, it's hard not to go after it. And that's just what he does. He jumped all over it.
Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. The 0-1 on its way. Hit in the air to right field. After it is Souza. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yankees digging in, Ildemaro Vargas. And I think the question becomes, how much longer are they going to stick with this starter? Fatigue could very well become a factor at some point.
Yeah, that's always a tough question to answer for a manager, especially when your guy's still pitching well. You've got to kind of look for some signs. Is he starting to get hit more? Is he losing his command? Even if he's still throwing strikes, stuff like that.
Yeah, good points to keep an eye on if he continues on much longer.
we're moving along into the later innings, and this guy's throwing over 60% of his first pitches for strikes. He'd like to do a little bit more, but so far, so good.
And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game. One gone now, the Arizona 7th, and that'll bring up the infielder, Ketel Marte.
Wow, that's one of the toughest pitches in baseball to hit, right? That good straight changeup, El Cambio. There's not much you can do with that. You're going off of that arm speed, and the ball, it just doesn't get there.
Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there.
You know, D-Ro, sometimes one of your best friends or your own teammates right there. Good hustle from first base to beat that throw to second, and guess what? He bought his battery made a knock.
Yeah, he definitely bought him a knock. You know what else he's going to buy him? He's going to buy him dinner on the road at some point, because that's some significant hustle right there. It was a nice play. The internal clock of the defender thought he still had a chance at second. Wasn't meant to be.
He pulls this one high and deep to right center field, and that just misses the pool as it's off the wall. He pulls into second safely as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
Wow, what a great piece of hitting here as he took a big swing at that one. Almost got it out of here for a 3-run blast.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him. Jake Lamb standing in now. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Has a look, now the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That 2-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
And now a good slider that doesn't quite catch the zone. It's 2-1 now. To 2-2 now.
That pitch just had too much velocity on it for you to catch up to that. Unless you're cheating to
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So it's 2. Start of the 8th on its way, but first Heidi Watney standing by with this report.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with the Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and flat out he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Top to bottom, he said his guys have been picking on the right pitches to swing at, and they've done a nice job of using the whole field. He said that always seems to be a recipe for success, and their 7 extra base hits in this one are evidence that it has been.
Thank you, Heidi. Digging in once again, Chad Green. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
Chad Green.
Here's the first pitch to him. Popped straight up. Ahmed has a play. 1 away. Digging in to try it again, DJ LeMahieu, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. After it is Souza. Running hard, he's digging for second. And that will hop over the wall now as he'll be awarded second base here. It's a ground rule double. Into the box, Troy Tulowitzki. He squares it up and hits a bolt to left center. And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his second double of the ballgame. Runner around second now, headed for third. The throw, and he's tagged out at third. The 1-run is in to score on the play. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here.
Your attention, please.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he fouls this one off.
Now playing first base.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Number 53, Christian Walker.
A good pitch there on 0-1 as this is hit foul over to the right side. Strike 2 now. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. A run on 2 hits for the Yankees. Not too many more shots.
Into the box, Christian Walker. And he's getting his
Leading
first
up
plate
for the
appearance here in the
Diamondbacks,
8th after entering
the
off
first
the
baseman,
bench just a little bit ago.
Christian
No balls and a strike to count.
Walker.
Hit on the ground to short. Up with it now is Tulowitzki. Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to allow his man to
The
reach
batter, number
first
13,
safely.
shortstop, Nick
From the stretch.
Ahmed.
On the line, that's a base hit.
Now's a good time for your pitcher to
batter,
take a
number
deep
50,
breath. He still has
second
the lead,
baseman,
although it probably
Hilton
doesn't feel like
Arroyo.
it. So he can't worry about how he got
Morgan.
into this mess. He just has to figure out how to get out of this mess.
0-1 pitch on its way. Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
And he will reach down to put this one away. Good job of hanging with it there for the first out.
Now batting,
So it's a tight
catcher,
spot here.
Alex.
First and second, one man out.
Avila.
And the next to bat will be the left-handed hitting catcher, Alex Avila. 0-1 the count. That's in there. And he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Hit sharply on the ground. Throw to the plate. Bases full now following the error. And set to go is the switch hitting outfielder, Ketel Marte.
Hey.
And a slider is way low, but a good job there to knock this one down. The 1-0 is in there for strike one. Line towards center field. Gardner makes the catch. Now here comes the runner from third. And that'll score the run from third. And don't look now, but the lead's cut to 2 here.
Now batting,
John Ryan
third
Murphy
baseman,
will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Escobar.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. There's a strike with the breaking ball.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at-bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
And he popped him up. And Duhar has got it, and the side is retired. John Ryan Murphy will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out.
Now catching.
Ready for
Number
another
36,
chance? Miguel Andujar. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line to the right side. Souza is there. 1 quick out to start inning number 9.
The right fielder, number 99.
So back to the top of the Yankee order. Digging in, Aaron Judge. Already a pair of long balls on his line in this one, so we'll see what else he has in store here. Popped him up. Murphy shading to his right. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now
Stepping in, Giancarlo Stanton. 3 for 4 so far and seeing it well in this ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
I know he got a swinging miss right there, but that was a hittable location to a really good hitter. I don't know if he gets those back if he continues to miss in those spots.
Here's the 0-1. And he jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. Oh, but it's off the balcony. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game.
Looked like he broke into his
Now
home
batting,
run trot a
catcher,
little early, and I can't blame him. He's already had 2, but this one just misses, and he'll settle for a double. Having a heck of a game, though.
Standing in now, Gary Sanchez. Oh, it's off the third base bag. And this will get by him at third down the line. It's a fair ball. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's now an 8-5 game.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful.
Meanwhile here, this ball's given a pretty good ride out to deep left field, and that is going to clear the wall. A home run.
I know he's a confident pitcher, but there's a difference between being confident and downright foolish. He just offered one of the most dangerous hitters in the lineup a straight heater, and it cost him big time.
In now, Chad Green, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. The windup and the 0-1. Skied into straightaway right. After it is Souza. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Ready now for the Diamondbacks, David Peralta. He's 1-for-4 for the game.
The left fielder.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Slider, and that's in there for strike 2. The 0-2 home. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. On the ground to second for Torres. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit. And he is into second base with a leadoff double. Well, it's always daunting to know that you've got to deal with the 3, 4, 5 hitters to start out an inning, but even more so when the 3-hitter starts it out with a double.
Yeah, he's going to have to start making some good pitches to get out of this thing. Job number 1 is to get the next guy, and ideally you keep him from advancing the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
That's the ball. Too high. 1-2.
Well, he's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only 1 free pass to this point, but they're still making him work really hard.
And that's the first out. Carson Kelly will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
He's hitting for the Diamondbacks.
And he gets ahead 0-1. Peralta leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. And it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
Hey, 2 tough pitches right there, and expect more of the same. With that guy standing out on second base, you don't want any RBI scoring right here. With that base open at first, he's going to grind out and try and get this guy to swing at something outside the zone.
And it's 1-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off.
And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Well, I got to be honest. I didn't think he had 9 innings in him, but he battled and he finished the game and he picked up the win along the way too.
This one ends with a 10-5 score. New York posted 15 total hits in the ball game. Chad Green pitches well enough to get the W. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
10 runs, 15 hits, 3